Bricks, joined by Scotty from Scotty's Card Check and Josh from Ekman Sports Collectibles. You can find all the links to all the pages in the description box below. QR codes are going to pop up throughout the stream. Make sure you click on those and show us support on each of those pages. And yeah, just keep supporting us. We appreciate it. First order of business. How are you guys' brackets doing? Because the brackets, mine's gone.
I don't do brackets because I don't keep up on college basketball. So So I haven't lost. My bracket's still perfect.
You It hasn't been touched. What about you, Josh?
Oh, Josh, you're muted.
Josh, we cannot hear you. You were fine a second ago.
That's how bad his bracket is. It's non-existent. That's how bad his bracket is. It's so bad. It said no. Don't even talk about it. Don't even discuss it because it's terrible.
Josh, are you muted? Get off Firefox.
For those of you who don't know, when we first started doing the podcast, Josh used to use Firefox, and he would always have issues. He would always be lagging, being dropped out, and all this. I don't even know how they even discovered that he was using that, but yeah, you're supposed to be using Windows, Chrome, right, on this? Yeah. So he finally got it fixed. So that's the joke behind that, is that every time he has a issue, we say he's using Firefox.
Are you on mute or anything, or you're not on mute? Do you want to start over?
Maybe it'll just go back to working like it did before.
Josh, just be on here and then you just watch and then you comment from Facebook your thoughts on stuff.
Hey, I want you just to start writing down everything, and then you could just hold up a piece of paper.
Yes, make it interesting. Make it fun. Yeah. We'll carry the talking. So, so you just nod, Josh. But yeah, so the biggest busters for me was 16 seed Fairly. See, this is the thing. I don't follow it either. I make bets and I think that I know what I'm doing in college football or basketball, and I have no idea. So like Fairleigh Dickinson brackets
suck.
16 seed Fairleigh Dickinson stunned Purdue. I think that killed everyone's bracket because Purdue was the number 1 seed. And then the 15 seed Princeton took out Arizona, which I don't know anything about it, but I know that a 15 seed shouldn't take out a 2 seed right away, but that happened. So I think there's no perfect brackets left in the men's basketball, especially on CBS Sports. But yeah, I think it killed everyone's bracket.
See, that's the beauty thing about playoffs, is that sometimes I think the pressure gets to some of these better teams because they go into the pressure's on them to win. There's no pressure on like the 15 or 16 seed to win. They're just going to go in there and, you got these seniors. It's going to be their last opportunity maybe to ever play any type of like competitive basketball like that. You got, younger guys like the juniors still fighting for their starting spot next year. And I just think they have a lot more to play for than the higher seeds. And I think some of these higher seeds, they take that for granted and they come in just thinking that their talent alone is going to carry them, and it doesn't happen because you see it all the time. You see it in professional sports as well. Regardless, I mean, they're still college athletes. They still have some type of talent, whether, they got lucky again or whatever it is, but it's going to happen.
I had to turn the chat on so that Josh can comment. He says, "I'm still here, LOL." Words from Josh Ekman. Did you say right before we started this, didn't you say that America's advancing to the championship?
Yeah, so let me double check right now. They were up 9-2 over Cuba. Let me see here. We are right now. So it is right now. U.S. is up on Cuba 9-2 in the top of the 6th. I don't know. Have you been paying attention to any of the baseball that's been going on?
I'll be very honest with you. With trying to get the nursery ready and all that, I have not followed sports much this week.
Yeah, the World Baseball Classic's been awesome this year, and I mean, unless the United States completely blow a 7-run lead to Cuba, which I don't see happening. They should make it to the finals. So you have Japan and Mexico that play. They've been playing really well, but Japan, in my opinion, has been playing the best. And actually, I think Japan's going to end up winning it all. United States let's just say it's the United States and Japan in the finals. So the one thing about the difference between the two teams is that the United States has a better lineup than Japan, but Japan's pitching is just that's what's been carrying them. It just they have so much good pitching, and ask anyone who's played baseball, great pitching can dominate good hitting any day of the week.
Right.
If you're sitting there and you're not missing your spots, you're out thinking the batters. It doesn't matter how good of a talent you are. Like the pitcher's going to win, especially when you got multiple guys on that Japan pitching staff that throw 100 plus. I mean, that's anyone who's played up high in baseball and has faced 95 plus. That's on you quickly. So if you're having to guess it, you're in trouble. So I do believe if Japan beats Mexico, they will beat the United States. It's going to be a good game, regardless. But I just don't think the United States pitching it is going to end up being their downfall. And until I would love to see, with all the good hitters that came with the United States on over, you have Books, Mookie Betts, you have Mike Trout, and then just like all the big names in baseball are here. They're playing. Goldschmidt, you got Arenado. So like all the big bats are playing, but none of the big pitching is there. I mean, could you imagine if like Jacob deGrom was pitching for the United States? Max Scherzer, Corbin Burns, like the best pitchers, pitching would be awesome. So
I had to get Josh a little involved when we were talking. So
yeah, poor Josh.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you say we go into NFL free agency? There we go. That was exciting. So, NFL, breaking news, if you didn't see it about an hour ago, Adam Thielen signed with the Panthers.
But it's not the Adam Thielen of the old. He's the Adam Thielen of the gonna go make my money now.
Yeah, but Adam Thielen could still ball. I mean, not like he used to, but I would take him. I'd take him on the Bears.
I wouldn't. Honestly, here's the reason why. You got to remember, Justin Jefferson for the last couple of years has taken all the pressure. Like he hasn't faced the number one corner anymore. Now he's going to go over to Carolina with no quarterback and be facing the top corner on each team because he's going to be the best wide receiver on that team.
But you don't think Adam Thielen helps take a little distraction away so that Jefferson can have that kind of because you still got to treat Thielen like you got to treat him like a threat.
No, I think Justin Jefferson is an elite talent, and elite talents will always do well when it comes to this stuff. So just in my opinion, I just don't think Alan Thielen, he's losing a step, and I don't think it's gonna be well over there in Carolina, especially not being in a very good offense.
All right. I see. All right. Well, here, I'm going to give you a few of them. Thielen is too old, and Panthers have no true number one.
Yep.
I don't know. I've always had a love for Adam Thielen. I think we'll see. Well, I hope the best for him. But I'm going to give you a couple of things that have already happened in free agency, and you tell me if it's going to help the team or not. Juju Smith to the Patriots.
Nope.
No.
Juju Smith had his only good years were when Antonio Brown was with the Steelers. I want you to go after the show, I want you to go back and look at Juju's stats without Antonio Brown and tell me what he's done.
Okay. Well, that's true too, because Antonio Brown took a lot of attention,
and he had Patrick Mahomes last year in that absolute fantastic offense. He had the best quarterback throwing to him. So now he goes to Mac Jones. And when was the last New England wide receiver that did anything like significant?
Yeah, true. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's just they
But
they
it's the
they take.
Mac attack, man. We've all been holding our cards.
I'm just personally not a fan of Juju at all.
They,
That's just me personally.
they did get Gesicki. I was going to write that down too. Mike Gesicki
Yes,
went to the Patriots too.
that's a good pickup for them. I like that move.
Do you think the Bucks give Kyle Trask a shot, or is it the Baker show down there? They signed
That's a
Baker
really good.
Mayfield.
I think they're. You know what you have in Mayfield, so and they've been watching Trask the last couple of years. If Trask was ready, why would you even bring in Mayfield to compete? That's, you know what I mean? Now you bring in this veteran, quarterback, and if I'm Trask, I'm like, okay, what, you don't believe in me? Is this what's going on? Like, yeah, they needed to bring in, a quarterback regardless. But what it sounds like from Baker Mayfield is he's coming in to be the guy. So, does that mean and all these people have been buying up Trask? I went at the card show. Someone came in and bought every single Trask card I had. So a lot of people are all in on Trask, but the Bucks aren't showing it.
The Bucks aren't showing it, which is interesting because you'd think he was kind of under Brady for a season, at least maybe two. He might have picked up a couple things that you'd want to give him a shot. But yeah, signing Baker Mayfield shows me Baker Mayfield's their starter starting the season. So
Yeah, and Baker Mayfield's not even that great himself. He had a couple good games with the Rams, but I mean that's under Sean McVay. That's a whole different situation.
yeah. So Josh, you got to type it. But another one. What do you guys think of this? Zeke released from the Cowboys.
I think it was a smart move on the Cowboys' part.
I do too.
He's so check this out. So he scored all those touchdowns last year, right?
Yep.
Only one of them was over 10 yards.
Yeah, he's not the Zeke
Yeah.
that it once was. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's a good goal. He's a great goal line running back, and I think he's really good in the red zone. But he doesn't have any more. Doesn't have any more breakaway speed. I mean he's 27, so he should still be in as compared to like other running backs that are 27. You would think that he would still be good, but he's got so many miles on those tires that it's so hard. I think he'll do okay as a situational back on another team. He still has really good hands. He's a really good receiving back. He's a really really good pass blocker, and he's a good short yard back. So he's still got plenty of years left in him. But as far as like if it was like fantasy football we're talking about, I would not even bother drafting him regardless of where he goes.
Yeah,
But
that's what Josh just said too. He will do well at another team in a committee.
yeah. But you know what was interesting is last year, and I can't remember who said it on the coaching staff of the Cowboys, but they did say that they don't want to give Pollard over 15 carries because someone had asked them why Zeke was still getting a lot of touches, and they didn't think that he could hold up for any more than 15 touches throughout a game. Now, Tony Pollard's cards are all obviously going to skyrocket up. And today, the Cowboys made another move. They traded for Brandon Cooks.
They did. That was another one I wrote down here. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's a good move. I think Brandon Cooks is still a good wide receiver. He has 6 years of over 1,000 yards. He's not bad. It's just, I mean, he's been playing over there in Houston the last couple of years. He did great for the Rams. I think he's still that's as bad as Thielen. I don't know about that. Brandon Cook still has very good breakaway speed, and he's been the number one option over there in Houston. So I don't think it's as bad as Thielen, and I think it helps because there's no pressure on him over there. That's CeeDee Lamb's. That's all CeeDee Lamb. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I know the Texans did sign Robert Woods, which is nothing crazy special like it once was. I mean, Robert Woods used to be pretty good, in Los Angeles a couple seasons ago, but yeah, I don't know about now. But yeah, they did get him. Jalen Ramsey traded to the Dolphins. That helps them a little bit.
Man, the
trade.
Dolphins. Yeah, now Jalen Ramsey was getting beat a little bit last year, and I think that's why the Rams were okay with letting him go. He has a big contract, and he was getting beat a little bit. But man, dude, that secondary, that Miami defense is going to be, they're going to be a lot better than what they were last year. They have a really good offense, and I watch out for the Dolphins. As long as they can stay healthy, I think they make some noise. Now, if Tua gets another concussion, I don't know what their backup plan is. They signed, I can't remember. Josh, you remember? Didn't they sign a backup quarterback? I'm blanking out. I could have sworn they signed a backup quarterback, but we'll see. As far as I know, Tua is still the guy over there, but he's one good hit away from possibly having to retire from football. So we'll
That's
see what
what
their
he just
backup.
said too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is true. So, I mean, you got to kind of have a backup option when it comes to Tua because, I mean, he's had quite a couple, well, actually, two really big injuries already that, yeah, he can't. One more hit, and it's like he's going to be that guy in Unbreakable Glass in the wheelchair.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. There you go. It was Mike White. Yeah, never mind. They didn't sign any. I thought they signed someone better, but no, Mike White won't. They would drown with Mike White being their quarterback if anything happens to Tua.
yep. So, okay, what about, so this is going to be a little bit of a topic, and if Jared was here, I know he'd have some input. The Jets got Alan Lazard. I'm hearing rumors that they're going to try to get Devontae Adams somehow. Does that mean Rodgers is going to the Jets?
Well, I don't know. I don't know why Rodgers is dragging this out. If you're ready to leave, just leave. Like clearly, Green Bay doesn't want you anymore. You don't want to be in Green Bay. Why you got to be such a freaking drama queen about this, man? Just
Yeah.
take the trade to the Jets. Rodgers says he is, but he is a drama queen. Yeah, look at Josh. Literally wrote the same exact thing I said. Yeah, he's making this too much about him already. And he better be careful because he's going from a small media team like, in Green Bay to New York where that media is gonna eat him alive about, well, why are you waiting? Why are you doing this? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know if New York will go after Devontae Adams. I don't know if that will happen. I mean, it could, but they already got Lazard. They don't have a bad wide receiver core as it is. Right now, the Jets literally are a quarterback away from being a very, very competitive team. And if you get them someone like Aaron Rodgers, I mean, okay, look at this. Look how many picks were being thrown by the quarterbacks last year, and that defense would keep them in. Now you bring in Rodgers, who's not known for throwing interceptions. That it could work. It could work out really good. They're going to get Brees Hall at some point back from his knee injury. I don't know if he'll be fully recovered or the same running back that he was starting to become, but yeah, I think Rodgers to the Jets is smart because the other thing is the Packers need to see what they have in Love and see if he is the quarterback of the future, which is probably another guy's cards that people are going to be. Once this trade happens, if it does happen, oh my God, Love's cards are going to skyrocket. And personally, I would sell every single one I had.
No, I agree. I agree for sure. I mean, because Jordan Love's rookie cards have some value, and I think they will go up a lot if Rodgers get signed somewhere else or gets traded, whatever the deal. But he just already commented. I put Jimmy G to the Raiders. What about this? So this one might make you laugh a little bit. I put Sam Darnold to the 49ers. Does Trey Lance have competition? LOL.
No, he has zero competition. What it is Brock Purdy won't be ready to go at the start of the season, and they need. I just think they wanted to bring in another veteran just in case something happens to Lance. It doesn't make sense to bring in another young quarterback and have three young quarterbacks on the roster. At least you bring in a guy with a lot of NFL experience. There's a lot of things about Sam Darnold. It kind of reminds me of a Derek Carr situation where he's had a lot of different offensive course, never been in the same system. And on top of that, you don't have to be that great to be successful in the 49ers offense. You know what I mean? Jimmy G was a prime example of a mediocre quarterback. As long as you can hit your play action passes, you'll be all right. That run game is going to carry the 49ers. It's not about the passing. So be surprised if Sam Darnold is left off the roster once Brock Purdy comes, because typically The Niners only carry 2 quarterbacks. Now, hopefully, maybe the NFC Championship kind of taught Shanahan maybe not carrying just 2 quarterbacks is a good idea. You should probably always carry 3, but we'll see what happens. But no, Sam Darnold isn't going to compete for that starting job. I'm sure he knows signing that contract. It was 100% to be a backup, and then he will be the third string once Brock Purdy is 100% and ready to rock and roll. Now, what's going to happen between Lance and Purdy is a whole different discussion. It's going to really depend on if Lance is just playing mediocre, he's not doing too great. Purdy is 100% going to come back. He'll take over that starting job. I just don't feel like I think Lance is a really good talent. I just don't think he's built for Shanahan's style of play because he does so much off of read option, but passing, not running. And you can't just put your quarterback in the pistol and just have him run up the gut for a 2-yard gain. Like, why would you risk your quarterback's health the way that he did with Lance? And you look at exactly what happened. So unless he changes the offense to where he doesn't have Lance run around and getting hit, 20 times a game, then I think we'll really see what we have in Lance. But if he tries to get too cute, then no, I think Lance ends up getting hurt, maybe loses some confidence. Purdy comes in, takes over, and that's all they wrote.
Sorry, yawning again. So,
Yeah.
last one I wrote. Wait, what?
12-2 United States right now. Update.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
12-2. It's best out of 7, right?
No, it's one and done.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All you do is you play against people in your bracket, then quarterfinals, semifinals, finals.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's one and done. But all right, what was the next one?
The last one I wrote, David Montgomery to the Lions. Does that help him?
Yeah. I mean, think about it. They did great. Okay, so if you look at it like this, the Lions have a much better offensive line. The Bears do. They have a really good passing attack, so he's not going to be facing stacked boxes like he was over there. I think he's going to be good. Yeah, and I do believe Josh is right. Opens up more work for Swift. I 100% agree with that. The problem is Swift doesn't stay healthy. That's been Swift's downfall. He hasn't been able to stay on the field because he can't stay healthy. So the reason, the highest reason I feel this is good for David Montgomery is because if Swift gets hurt, I mean, there's no one to even compete with Montgomery. So we're gonna see. But so didn't the Bears sign a running back?
Homer from the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. And you guys have Herbert, right?
Yep, Khalil Herbert.
Yeah. He looked pretty good on the times that Montgomery wasn't playing. I wonder if they're going to be confident rolling with him or if they go ahead and draft one. Yeah, Deontay Foreman. He wasn't too bad last year for the Panthers. Maybe they're just going to go with a 3-headed committee.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, and the passing game is opening up with DJ Moore, and Mooney is going to benefit from that, maybe Claypool. So I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen with the Bears this year. But yeah, Montgomery, at first I was a little sad. Yeah, 4-headed with Fields, yeah.
Yeah, Fields is the RB1.
I missed the comment too. Hi, Mom. My mom came in to say hi.
Oh. Hello, Miss Lucky.
Miss Lucky. So, all right. And then I know we want to talk about this too, so we're going to go into the next segment right here.
Wait.
I paused it. Come again?
Wait. I just want to talk. I just want to make fun of the Raiders for a minute.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because I don't make fun of the Raiders, then what kind of 49er fan am I?
Okay.
Why did they get rid of Carr and sign Jimmy G? They literally went from mediocre to mediocre. What, like, why? Carr, it's not like Carr hasn't been awful. He does sometimes make Jimmy G is the answer. Carr, I don't think Carr is terrible. I really don't think Carr is terrible. Last year he didn't look. The one thing is I think he has lost some confidence playing for the Raiders. I think he's going to do better with the Saints. That's actually, it's sad because the Saints team is not that great, but that's probably one of the best teams he's ever been on. If you think about how bad the Raiders have always been, especially he's going to be playing with a better defense. Hopefully Michael Thomas stays healthy. And then he's got Olave, he's got Kamara. So he's got weapons to throw to over there with the Saints. And they do have a pretty decent defense. But let me tell you, as a 49er fan, I can tell you right now, Jimmy G makes the same exact mistakes that Carr does, where you're just shaking your head like, what did you see right there? You know, and on top of that, they just got rid of Waller. Darren Waller is gone. Okay, so he doesn't have his safety blanket tied in to throw to. Yeah, he's got Devontae Adams, but I don't know if Devontae Adams really wants to stay there. You got to remember he signed because he wanted to play with Carr. He could easily hold out and not and want to be traded. You know, so
maybe to the Jets if Rodgers goes there.
And let me tell you, Jimmy Garoppolo is not a very accurate thrower, especially down the field. Where does Devontae Adams make his money? He's really good 15 yards and between like that 15, 25 yards. Oh, he's money. He's money on all that stuff. Who's your answer? The injury-prone Lance or the injury-prone Purdy? Oh, my gosh. You cannot call Purdy. You can't call Purdy injury-prone. He literally just – someone stuck his hand out while he was trying to throw the ball. Lance, I don't know. We'll find out. What it is maybe we'll find a way to take care of our quarterbacks and stop letting them get hit every 5 minutes. That's what the 49ers need to do. But yeah, no, I really quit. Like, unless this was 100% about saving money on the salary cap, because they did save money letting Carr walk and signing Garoppolo. Otherwise, I have no clue what the Raiders are doing. Like, I just don't get it.
Maybe Jimmy G is the answer. Like, he's not like Josh said.
If he couldn't win a Super Bowl with that 49ers roster, he's not going to win shit with the Raiders.
Yeah. No, I agree. Is there any more bashing of the Raiders you'd like to do? We got to give you your fair. Oh,
Josh God, Raiders
Super Bowl.
No, I'm just repeating what all my Raider friends are saying too. I got a lot of Raider friends, and they are really not happy about this. Raiders thought they had a shot
at Rodgers. Maybe.
Hey, someone put up a picture of Rodgers in a Raider uniform. It actually looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It actually meshed well.
It meshed well.
It meshed well. But yeah, now that they got Jimmy G, I give Jimmy Garoppolo 6-7 games, and they'll be playing with whoever the backup is now.
All right. Any more on free agency?
Josh doesn't want to hear it. No, I think that's it.
All right, we're going to go to the next segment here for officially this time. Oh, lucky the hey. Oh, anyway. So is TikTok going to get banned by the government? Scotty, I'll let you run point on this one.
I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, the government's been threatening for a long time that they want to get rid of it, but now the Biden administration is really kind of pushing it. Like, it's been banned in 3 countries so far, but I mean, it was India and 2 other countries, but there's like 5 countries though that have banned TikTok off of any government devices, and that includes the UK and the United States, which does make sense because obviously if you have a government issued phone, obviously you don't want any chance of that. But the fact that it's used by 100 million Americans download it here and they have it, and what does it matter? Like, they're not like, who cares if they're still in the average American's, browser history or whatever they want to get? I mean, the United States does it to us all the time. And I'm sure there's other apps from other countries that a lot of other people use to where they can get the information. Even at that, they can go ahead and you can buy all that information. I mean, all this information is easily bought. If people are using the .com, like it doesn't matter. Regardless, if any country wants any information nowadays with the way, the cyber and everything is, they're going to get what they want. It's just the bottom line. So I just think the government just doesn't like people having anything, on their devices from China. So,
And
but yeah, here's my problem now is a lot of people have made their career. A lot of people make money off of this. Like it's some people's job. They don't have a normal, working to. TikTok is their job. So, now you're going to put some people in the unemployment line, and that's I don't like that. That's never good when you get people on the unemployment line. And also this is going to hurt a lot of breakers. Now they're already hurting breakers, but you know what's crazy is I still have not seen a slowdown on my feed. If I go into like your For You page, man, I got so many people doing breaks and selling cards, and it's this like it hasn't slowed down one bit.
let's tread lightly on the word job for some of those TikTok. Yeah, I mean, I do get it. Some people go on there and, wake me up in my room with a gift and whatever,
Hey,
right? But
hey, if it makes you money, it's a job, man. You're gonna look at a woman on the streets and be like, "Oh, that's not a job." Well, it's what she does. You
yeah.
know what I mean? It's just a job is a job. It's the way you make money. I mean, it's you like that one, Josh?
So, so the thing too about like, okay, so the government wants to ban TikTok because they might be collecting our data.
Yes.
Um, doesn't our government do that already?
No, that's
They
that's what
collect
that's
our
what
data.
that's what I was saying. It's just because they're not the only one collecting our data. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean, I could sit here and talk to my wife, right? And I could say like, we really need a crib for the baby. And then I'll go on Facebook and I'll see like 10 ads for a crib because they're listening actively and manipulating our phone. But God forbid we sell sports cards on TikTok. That'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
yeah,
They're mad they can't do it
yeah.
themselves. Yeah. I mean, but I've noticed I mean, I got banned a week and a half ago. I'm back on TikTok, but um yeah, I don't even know what that was about. There was just the regular people watching, and then I get banned for, apparently I was selling illegal firearms, but really I just had sports cards in front of me. So, it is what it is. So now I'm trying to tread lightly and like, because like you said, like I do a lot of card breaks on TikTok. It's hard to go to another platform to start over. So, I won't do the wheel spin on the camera now. I'll kind of put it to the side and try to tread lightly. But, that's for the TikTok, trying to ban that. But the government, yeah, they might try to ban it. I don't know if they'll succeed though. I really don't.
Who knows? I don't know. They might, but it's gonna hurt a lot of people if they end up doing that.
Wake up, Josh. We'll wake up your room and send you a gift. So, but yeah, no, I know we wanted to touch on that. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, like you said, there's a lot of card breakers that this is their career, and if they ban TikTok, then what do you do? Is, apps like Clapper the answer, or which, by the way, Josh thinks that's a terrible name for an app. So, but
Well,
yeah,
I still think Whatnot right now is. I mean, yeah, it sucks about the fees and everything, but I still think Whatnot is the most legitimate place to go if you're a breaker and you really want to build up a following. I still back Whatnot 110%. My buddy, in fact, the one I think I mentioned him last week, that he just got into sport. He's just like Josh. He's in it for the money. He's not trying to collect anything or whatever. He's been buying religiously off of Whatnot and turning it around and selling that stuff and making a good profit.
yeah, that's good.
And
Um,
plus, a lot of guys are doing that now. You can go into people's rooms. They have a lot of singles. You go to their store, that little store that they have on the side,
yep.
and they have a lot of they got a lot of singles for sale, and a lot of them are willing to make deals if you buy multiple ones. They're willing to make deals. And he turns around and he puts that stuff up on whatever he does, and he's just like Josh. He tries to, even if it's only a $5 profit. I mean, $5 is $5. It doesn't matter. It's just a little side hustle. He makes really good money. He's got a really good job. He's successful, but like he says, hey, anytime I can make money, I'm going to make money, especially if it's as simple as having something shipped to me and then I ship it to someone else.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I may do that too. I may go on Whatnot a little bit and see, but we'll see. Their
Well,
fees are crazy, but at least I mean, you're safe. You can
yeah,
do it
you,
as you
you
want.
know, you know what you could do too is, and I see a lot of guys fill breaks doing this way too. Instead of doing the random team, they try to divide up the teams based on like, okay, who can you hit in this break? Who's going to be the big break? Who's everyone chasing? So if it's like all 2022 product, obviously, the Royals would be a little bit more, the Rays, um, you have the Mariners. Yeah, you see, Josh knows. And what they do is they take, like, let's just say you wanted an average of like $30 a team when it's all said and done. You just make sure that the teams that everyone really wants and they're really chasing the more high profile names, you make those a little bit more, and then you make the teams like the A's in the 2022, like, they're decent but not really decent. They're more of a 2023 product. They make them really cheap. So if someone wants to take a gamble on the A's, like, it's not like, oh, I paid, the whole $30 and I got a team that I know I'm not going to hit my investment back. But if it's like you put them out there for 10 and you put the Mariners out there for 50, that sounds, a little bit more fair. That still gives you your average of $30. But obviously, who would you rather? Would you rather pay $50, for the Mariners, or $10 for the A's? I would still take the $50 on the Mariners any day of the week.
Yeah, like the weighted teams.
Yep. So, with your breaks, I know sometimes you have a hard time feeling, and it's like, for me, I was waiting to buy into your break because I wanted to see how far the Angels made it, or
Yeah.
some of these other teams. And I ended up, getting the Rays. What they were one of the 5 last teams, and I didn't hit too much. I think I hit like 4 Wander Franco rookies, but
Yeah.
what really ended up hitting was the optic for me.
Yeah. Yeah, you pulled a lot of
And
heat from the optic.
yeah, so, is it fair that, hey, you have someone paid the same price for the A's as they did for the Angels? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I may try that with
So,
the break I have behind me here and see if we'll do it that way. And just test the waters. I've never done a weighted break before, but yeah. I know we want to talk about how are you doing, Josh? You good?
he wants to know what was the best card in that break. The lowest numbered card was at a 7. Uh, wasn't it Randy Rosazina? Can
Yeah,
never
there was
say
that
his
number
last
just
name. I can never say his last name right, and I don't know why. Hey, dude, and by the way, he's had a great World Baseball Classic, by the way.
I know we hit this guy right here. If you guys can see it, the Shohei Ohtani dual patch.
Yeah, that was
Out
pretty
of the
nice. And
capstone.
then you hit 2, because I had the Ohtani rookie year, and what you hit two base Ohtani rookies.
We did. Here's one of them right here out of Diamond Kings. If you can see that.
Yeah, and then there's that one, and then the other variation too, the one of him, I think, pitching, right?
Yep, which I should have. It's got to be here. I haven't moved the stuff around. Either way, it's the same. Here it is, right here. And then there's that one of him pitching.
Yep.
So I mean, 2 Shohei rookies, and we still got a Shohei Ohtani box. So you never know. Hit another one, and that'd be pretty
No,
dope. So
but you know what? Notice no Acuna rookies in that one, and they are
yeah,
the same year, So, I was really hoping to get the Braves, but they were already. Someone already. I think Jared pulled them, right.
he did pull him. Yep.
I think he hit a Max Fried rookie, though. I want to say he did hit
there was
a
one of
Max
those.
Fried. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, imagine if my mic works when this uploads and everyone just hears me.
And what? Hey, with the porn on in the background.
Oh my god. Well, this video is getting banned.
And it's just 2 dudes.
And it's just 2 dudes. Well, he did say he was eating chips and watching the movie, so I don't know what the movie is.
Yeah,
but,
you know what? Yeah.
But yeah, so click here, guys, to become a monthly supporter of the podcast. We appreciate all the support you guys give us. Josh, you can't answer me. Scotty, is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I just want to check. I think the game's over because there is a mercy rule, and it's the bottom of the 7th. United States are up 13-2, so Once this inning's done, it's over, and the United States will be back to defend their title. And more than likely, I think it's going to end up being Japan. That's my prediction. I still have Japan winning, though, like I said earlier. But I think it's going to be a really good game.
What is this, Little League? So, all right, guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for coming in and watching. This will upload later on tonight. This is the live version right now. Hopefully, you scan the QR codes. If not, you can watch the replay and scan them there.
Back flea markets.
Should we name the? Should I name the episode that?
Yeah, broke back flea markets. That's hilarious, man.
So, all right, guys. Thanks for the support. We will see you on the next one next week. Have a good week.
All right, thank you.